I have revealed more about myself than most people have on YouTube, even though you don't see my face. There's a reason I don't show my face. I'm not trying to promote myself. I'm trying to promote what I believe is the truth. For example, let me play this. Here's a subscriber of mine. I think her name is Brenda. She probably supports Obama. I don't support Obama, but I believe in freedom of speech for Americans. Let me make that distinction. The Constitution guarantees freedom of speech for Americans, and if you're a Palestinian, for example, like these guys, the Constitution doesn't guarantee your freedom of speech, especially if you're wanting to influence our elections. These guys admit who they are and what they're doing, and I don't really get up in arms about that.
Before every U.S. primary, 23-year-old Ibrahim Abu Jayyab gathers 17 of his friends to try and rally support for Obama's campaign in the U.S. So why does a young Palestinian living in Gaza spend so much time and money on an election happening thousands of miles away?
It all started at the time of the U.S. primaries. After studying Obama's electoral campaign manifesto, I thought this is a man that's capable of change inside America.
I'm just a regular Joe. When I have time after work, I poke around on the internet. I make a video now and then, only on topics that I think are important. And the topic that I found that's most important is that I believe sincerely that non-Americans are trying to influence our elections, influence our politics in general, and they don't do so openly. They don't identify themselves. They are, frankly, not fans of America. If these folks were Americans, they would have freedom of speech guaranteed to them by the Constitution, but they're not Americans. They are a bunch of people that flood the internet with comments, not identifying themselves, and in some cases posing as Americans, trying to deceive Americans, trying to inject error into the political process. This is what I'm against, but I'm not against, for example, Brenda, and I will try to play her right now.
Hi, Mr. Manning.
I have not heard this.
I heard you on YouTube in a conversation about your past history as an ex-con, that you burglarized white people homes and did drugs.
I am James David Manning, pastor of the Outlaw World Missionary Church in Harlem, New York for the past 26 years. And I'm here today to make a statement regarding how Black America has been searching desperately for a leader. Black America is desperately searching for someone to love them. And at present, they have set their sights on Barack Hussein Obama, no matter what his political policies or beliefs are. But during the 26 years that I've been a pastor here in the Harlem community, I've stood alone for these reasons. And reason number one was that when O.J. Simpson was acquitted of the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, and all of Black America, and celebrations and churches and choirs and preachers and church leaders all rejoicing that O.J. was found not guilty, I stood up and said, this is wrong. He is guilty. And you should not rejoice at such, even though I know there have been great atrocities of injustices against blacks by whites, and but this is no reason why you should rejoice at the verdict that was rendered regarding the O.J. Simpson trial. A little later on, when William Jefferson Clinton became President of the United States, I also lamented and expressed that in the wake of the statement made by Toni Morrison and celebrated by Maya Angelou, that President Clinton was the first black president, and no other president, no matter black or white, could ever be as great as he is or had been to black people. I, again, in Harlem, among black people, stood up and said, no, this is wrong. He is not. God has not sent him. He is not our leader, and you should not applaud him as such.
I just think, you know, you should be more humble. You know, so you sow, so shall you reap.